Welcome back, guys. What's going on? We're here, Dragon Blaze Third Impact. Check it out. So today isn't new content at all. Today we're going to try to do what's called a beginner's guide. I had a person in the comments was wondering, is it too late to start playing the game? It's so difficult. What I need to do on my I believe it's on Library of Fate and making new heroes video or whatever. And I'm trying to tell you that it is not too late. So normally when you first play this game, it sends you to like a prelude where it shows you like what to do, how to play the game, how to access everything in the game, all that stuff. You may get a couple of heroes, you may get some rubies, you may get some gold, you may get your normal resources that you need. That I'm not too sure about. I'm going to open these while I'm talking. So when you're playing this game as a new beginner, I'm not sure what you get because the game has changed so much. I mean, it's changed drastically. So I'm going to do the best I can to kind of like imagine if I had this or imagine if I had that. Like, let's just say I had like 2,000 rubies and maybe like 2,000 gold, or a decent amount of gold for a beginner. Let's just say I had that. So the guide on what you want to do every day is kind of like in my other active videos that I've already made, like why it's important to be active. There's a lots of tips and needs and tricks and stuff there, but to kind of be a little bit more fluent on what you need to be doing as I collect this. So whenever you start playing and you are a beginner, you may not be able to do too much because your heroes aren't going to be as strong. So the things that you need to focus on when you're first starting is your missions. Now, sorry that this is kind of blanked out, but on your game, if you haven't started playing yet, you can see it. So all your dailies, all your daily missions you need to be doing, which I'll show you. So you go here. So basically what you want to do every day as a beginner is obviously you want to do your daily explorations. Now, not fifth stage, first stage. First stage recommended power is 850,000 power. You should have more than that, actually probably starting off. If not, then don't worry too much, because when you start playing the game, you're going to struggle because you're going to have to power up your heroes, get more resources, stuff like that. Now, you want to be as active as possible, which is why whenever someone asks me, hey, what do I do starting off playing this game, I shoot them over to my why is it so important to be active, because what I'm telling you basically now is basically what that video is kind of explaining, but I'm going to do it in a different way so I'm not copycatting my own video. But basically every day, your daily exploration is what you want to do. And each and every day is going to change. So Monday you have your Arc Buster parts, which you do need. Tuesday is going to be your Dragon Busters. Wednesday is going to be your Goddess Memories. You'll get these like buku. You'll get them all the time. These are the ones you're not going to get so much, not as often. Thursday, you're going to get your souls and your transcendent essences, which is very important for beginners because your souls are going to be used for your raws and for other things, and we'll get to that as I make more guide videos. But these are important. You need your transcendent essences to power up your heroes. Very important to have those. You'll get bukus of those as well. You'll get a whole bunch. But they're both very important. Also, those are used to enchant your heroes. I didn't mean to leave that out. These is to power up your Dragon Busters and your Arc Busters, which, we'll talk about that probably later. This is your Infinity Artifact Summons, which is needed to basically cheer up your heroes. There's an event going on right now for this that you give them artifact summons. They'll give you resources. They'll give you souls, transcendent essences, gold, and character cards, which is very important for the specific character that you are wanting to focus on. Specifically, each character does take different not artifact, infinity summons. I don't know why I say artifact. I play a lot of Magic the Gathering, so it kind of catches on with that. Your infinity enchantments, artifact, infinity item summons. Can't speak English today. Helps because each one takes something different. It would kind of blow if they all took the same one, because then you have a hard time really sharing your resources. And then Sunday, which is very important too, which is your ruins. Now your ruins is very important. I've made videos about this, but if you're a beginner, I would recommend looking at it, because I'm going to try to do as many beginner videos as possible. Basically, I'm going to do 3 videos a week. I'm going to do 2 videos of new content, and then the third one is going to be for beginner stuff for a little bit. So trying to help out there. But basically every day you want to do this, doesn't matter what day it is, do it. You may be strong enough to do it, and if you're not strong enough, don't worry about it. You'll eventually get stronger. Next, you want to do your Odyssey attack. Now, Odyssey Assailants. So this was going to be really hard for you probably to do, because you need a lot of heroes to begin with. So as far as like guides go, I wouldn't recommend doing this just yet. Again, I'm not sure what you get when you first start, because it's different. I've been playing this game for about 3 or 4 years, maybe longer. So I'm not sure what you get at the beginning. So you may not be able to do this right away. Don't worry about it if you can't. But you can always come in, participate, and leave to get the rubies that you need, because you're going to need rubies a lot, especially when you're starting. So just keep in mind, if you can't participate in this fully to like pass it and got to get some rank, don't worry about it. Just try to get your rubies that you need. So your mining, definitely when it comes to your mining videos, and we'll go into depth on what you have to do. Like when you're a beginner in this, I'm just kind of explaining each part in one video, and then I'll do more. But your mining, I wouldn't worry about your mining too much. You can do it as a beginner. You can go in here, you mine. I've made a video about this already too, why mining is so important. So if you are a beginner and you're looking at this and you're more curious about it, go check out that video. I've already made a guide basically on how you're supposed to go through that. But your mining is very important because it gives you lots of resources. I made a video all about it. I highly recommend you just checking that out, so we're saving time on this video. But definitely participate in that as a beginner. And I won't cover too much in one video. I'm just going to cover this, and then we'll cover like ruins and armors and heroes and stuff like that as I go. I don't want to flood all this in one video, because it defeats the purpose of this guide. Because this person wanted it in a specific way, and this is going to help a lot of people, not just that person. So we're going to do the best I can as my due diligence. Your hero gallery. Now, your hero gallery may be a little challenging since you're just now starting off. If you can get some third impacts immediately, that would be great. If not, then this may be a little challenge for you, depending on what heroes you have. Now, keep in mind, you can't do this unless you have the specific heroes, I believe. I could be wrong. I have all of these heroes. So this is going to require you to have some strong heroes to go through this. So if you do not have any strong heroes currently, then I wouldn't worry about doing this. I would focus on getting them stronger and then going back into heroes gallery, because it's very important, because this is more resources you get. Not only that, but you get the resources displayed for the specific characters. You get summons as well for the characters that you're specifically using, which is also very helpful as well. So if you can't go through this, don't worry about it, because you're just now starting. You're going to need to get stronger heroes first before you can. So I wouldn't worry about that in particularly until you get strong heroes. Now, Library of Fate is kind of the same way. So there's different levels. There's level 20, 40, 60, and 80. This is something that you're not really going to have to worry about, because you're not going to really get that kind of a boost when you start playing the game. This is going to be for kind of like later. So I really wouldn't waste your time doing Library of Fate, because in order to even get into this, your specific hero displayed at the very top right here, where it says 1 and 2, the ones that are displayed under that, they have to be above, they have to be 20 and above, and that is their actual level. Not when you boost your character through the pledge or whatever. That's not their true level. That is a fake level. That's just to help them get stronger. Your legit level has to be 20 and above. It will not work if you boost up your character to high heaven thinking you're going to get through this. The game's going to read it as though that this is not your character's actual legit level. So like the very first character up here, my second impact, she is actually level 37 without any kind of boost or anything like that. And then Bright Spark, she is level 69 actually without any kind of boost to levels or anything like that. So just keep that in mind, for future reference. You cannot go in here if you don't have the actual level, but you should be participating in those every single day as a new beginner. Also, your friends list, if you have a bunch of friends, this also gives you, well, if you have some friends, this is a good thing because you'll get rubies and stuff like that for sending your friends, thumbs up. You can spend those thumbs ups in the shop somewhere. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually been there, but you should be doing that every day. When you log on, you should come here. When you log on, you get a free pack. You should come here every day and get your free pack. Again, I'm not covering everything in this video, just some general stuff. This is stuff that you need to know like immediately that I'm covering, and then I'll do another one next week. But you'll get a free pack. Then when you go into the shop, there should be stuff you get for free. Like when you log in, like you'll get like your pass, like you'll get something for free here the next day. It says 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. So as you progress and get on every day, you'll get more rewards. And then you should get this right here weekly. And then you should get this every day, daily for free. So when you log on, you make sure you get those immediately. It's very important because that's more free resources for you. And then your other missions that I didn't point out that you need to be doing as well is your adventure dungeon. Now, your adventure dungeon is going to be the most important thing ever. So let's go back to most important thing for the time being. So, your very first adventure dungeon, you definitely need to go there. You need to be going through the adventure dungeons, and you need to be going through all of those, starting with the very first one, which I believe is here. I believe you need to go through these as much as you can. Oh, hey. So awesome. So they actually made it to where you can read the story. So the story is actually interesting. If you really want to know what the game is about, I highly recommend you look at these because I'm pretty sure it'll tell you when the story again. I was saying earlier that they stopped doing that for some reason. I didn't pay attention to that. So the story is actually really important to get into it. But start at level 1, and then eventually you'll be able to go up and get stronger. But make sure you go through all of your adventure dungeon as soon as possible, because it gives you lots of resources. It gives you rubies, character cards, transcendent essences, souls, armors, everything you can think about you can get through adventure dungeon. Now it's going to take you some time, of course, because again, you're just not starting. You're not going to have a really powerful team, but you should be able to get through a little bit of it, and you'll gradually get stronger, and I'll gradually help you with this guide. But this is some stuff you need to be doing like every day from the jump, especially this. So make sure you're going through your adventure every day. And then you have your challenger dungeon. Your challenger dungeon, you're not going to get super high challenger level, like I'm over 8,000. You won't be there yet. But this is important because when you click that treasure chest right there, that's right in the center of my screen at the bottom, it's going to generate you lots of resources that you get basically every day. You want to hit that every day though, only once. So when you get up in the morning or afternoon, even what time you get on, click it, and then it's going to regenerate as much as possible based on how far you've gotten in your challenger dungeon. So eventually you'll get further into the challenger dungeon and further into the challenger dungeon that'll allow you to get more resources and more gold and stuff like that as well. So it's actually very helpful that you do that. And that's basically most of the stuff that you do. Oh, well, Yeah. You also have PvP. Now won't be like a full guide video. This is just a partial guide video. There's still certain stuff that you need to do. You want to do your PvP actually every day. Your arena battle, you may not be the strongest, you may not, don't worry about it. You can go in there and fight, lose or win. You get rubies for this. That's what's most important. Eventually, you'll get stronger characters, but this is just a guide video to kind of help you get started, what you need to be doing every day, what you don't need to be doing. Like Library of Fate, don't be doing that. You have no reason being in there, you're not strong enough. So don't go in there. But PvP, you can do. Your world bosses you want to do every day because it's a part of your guide, it's a part of your mission list anyway. Everything on your mission list you need to be doing every day. I won't talk about armors in this video. I won't talk about characters. I won't talk about runes. I won't talk about jewels because this is a guide video. Eventually I'll talk about that for beginners. I already have some of those out for more advanced players and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take my time introducing these, but just know we'll get there. But everything that's on your mission list you need to be doing. So you have your daily aspiration, you have your play Odyssey Assailants, you have your mining, you have your play master, which is PvP Master League, you have your play ward boss, you have your play adventure dungeon, you have your receive hands off rewards, which is that chest that I mentioned in a challenger dungeon. That's hands off. When you hit that, you'll get all of your rewards that you've earned throughout the night, because this game will automatically play for you when it comes to generating certain resources for hands off. That's what that is. So you'll hit that, you'll get some rubies, use your hero summons. So like I said, I showed you where you get that at. When you come on, you get that for free. That's your hero summons. And then you purchase one item, purchase from shop one item one time basically. I showed you where you get those because the ones that were dark is the ones that you can purchase. And then for your friends thumbs up, that's definitely where you're going to be doing when you get some friends to get more rubies. And then the guide missions, this is a lot to talk about. I won't talk about this in this video because I don't want to put too much information out already. And then last but not least, your events. If you're brand new, don't worry about the raw event because you can't do it. The daily aspiration event you can. I showed you have to do those every single day. This is proof right here because you get rewards, which is very important. Your zodiac, you may be able to do that as well. Your encourage event, you can do that now. How you do that, you just go to it. And then it says encourage right there, 200 plus 40 hearts. Boop, you press it. She gets some encouragement. She says something nice or something kind of weird, and that's that. So, and then you have your Caledon, which if you're brand new, you won't be able to participate in this that much. So I really wouldn't worry about it. And then your Shave Icebox collection event. As you get through Challenger Dungeon, since it's not too late for you to start for the event, you may get some ice boxes, which you'll get those Icebox Shop event. You'll get those through your Challenger Dungeon. But that's it for today's guide. First beginner's guide. That's just a lot of stuff that you want to do. Make sure you save your gold, make sure you save your rubies and your essences, and then we'll talk more about what's going on. And then you have your Scarlet Pass too. So I guess I'll mention this as well for the last thing. You know, you reach certain levels of your Scarlet Pass by participating, by doing your weekly goals and your weekly goals and season goals. So you can just kind of scroll through those on your own time. And basically it tells you to do these things as much as possible to receive those rewards. And same thing with the pass here. Same thing. You want to just kind of look through and seeing what you're doing and kind of progressing through the game and kind of learning. But the things that I showed you today are most important to follow. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get under yourself. Make sure that you're following this guide, and there are many more to come. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what your feedback is and stand by for the next one.